So there was an 18-year-old man who drank himself to death. That was his choice. That's his right. As they say here in New Hampshire, live free or die. He didn't violate anybody's rights by drinking himself to death. And the only legitimate function of a government is to secure the rights of persons. The gentleman who is facing a charge now, uh, that charge they have no authority to impose because they never had any authority to impose the drinking age on a person who did not consent to it. He drank himself to death. What do you want me to do about it? Nominate the moron for a Darwin Award? It was his life. Uh, on that point, individuals need to talk to each other about the underlying issues. Your best bet is not to go anything stronger than wine. Uh, if you're drinking beer or wine coolers, chances are you will not die of alcohol poisoning because you're going to get tired of drinking it. You feel you've had enough. It takes time for the alcohol to hit home. And if you're drinking one beer here, then another one, usually you're not going to drink so much that you die of alcohol poisoning. You'll get a hangover, and you're certainly in no condition to drive a vehicle after you've been drinking.
Hmm.
The drunkest you can get on beer and wine coolers is drunker than you even want to be anyway. If you want to get drunk, that's bad news by itself. Notice, however, that the enemies of liberty want to use this as an excuse to violate somebody's unalienable right to drink the beverage of his or her choice. That's the right to liberty, the right to drink water, wine, or turpentine. Supposedly, they say, oh, but he could die of an alcohol overdose. Well, the person gets caught buying a bottle of booze. The person is totally sober and is about to be placed under arrest and fights back in self defense. Remember, if you're fighting back against somebody who's trying to rape you, that is called resisting rape or defending yourself. If a cop is trying to arrest you and you fight back, that is called resisting arrest or defending yourself. That's how the words work. Of course, not to compare the gravity of the situations, but just say that's how the words work. If you are fighting back to stop the cop from arresting you, that is defending yourself. And it is an unalienable right in all cases, except where the cop actually has a valid excuse for arresting you. And the violation of a blatantly unjust law is not a valid excuse. The government never had any authority to impose a drinking age. That's already settled. And thinking logically, we can then build on that point. But they say, oh, but he could die of an alcohol overdose. He fights back and manages to capture the enemy officer's gun as a prize of war and uses it to settle the matter out of court. Now they openly hate him so much that they want him to die of a sodium pentothal overdose. They don't seem to want to just back off and leave him alone. And I believe there is a narrow, elusive path in between where he can provoke them exactly enough that they do throw their hands up in frustration and back off. They don't want to do that because they know it's going to lead to liberty and justice for all. And in a free country where are free to drink all they want, they're going to not drive as much, and they're going to be on the side of the walkers in the war on walkers. And they're going to be demanding plowed sidewalks. They're going to be demanding crosswalk lights, and the poor babies in cars are going to have to wait longer at the intersection. Poor babies.